Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News. Fans, Bachelor Grant Ellis' season is almost upon fans, but as they tune in to watch his journey to find love, they can expect something very different when it comes to a traditional Night 1 element. Grant's season, one which is said to have fixed a big problem from previous ones, has seen plenty of teases about how things will play out since he was announced as the lead. While there has still been some backlash ahead of it airing, fans are still excited to see what happens. However, as they turn into the first night's episode, one of the biggest parts of the night will be different from what they're used to. Susanna repeatedly asks Pat McFadden about government failings. In a new announcement from ABC, a twist has been teased regarding Grant's coveted first impression rose. Love awaits 25 extraordinary women preparing to open their hearts to Grant, a press release reads. With a bold new twist on the traditional first impression rose, making a strong connection has never been more crucial. It adds, the twist was not alluded to further, meaning it will be a surprise for fans. However, with it potentially being more crucial, it could mean there are more benefits to it than the honor that is bestowed upon its recipient. You agree you are 18 or over. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our knowledge of you. Unsubscribe at any time. More info. Whether that benefit is something like a guaranteed one-on-one date or something that determines how many weeks they get to stick around before Grant can eliminate them, or something else entirely, will be something fans have to wait and see about. Previously, the rose which started during current host Jesse Palmer's season of the show gave its recipient a special honor as the one who made the biggest first impression and saved her from potential first-night elimination. It has also proven to be something that carries them further throughout the season, though it doesn't guarantee a win. Hannah Ann Sluss is the only winner who received a first impression rose in season 24, though her relationship with Peter Weber eventually ended. Of 20 other roses given out, 4 recipients were their season's runners-up. 2 others finished in the top 3, and 1 additional made it into the top 4.
Grant Ellis's first impression rose came with a secret, and no one saw it coming. The night that changed everything. It was a night that began like any other in Bachelor Mansion. Champagne, nerves, sequins, and a man standing at the epicenter of 25 women's carefully curated dreams. Grant Ellis, the 32-year-old entrepreneur from Charleston, had already taken America by storm with his signature charm, golden boy smile, and a tragic backstory that made mothers swoon and viewers weep. But behind that smile, a man who was trying to play by the rules, until one woman didn't. This was supposed to be the night of firsts. First hellos, first sips of awkward drinks, and the first impression rose. A symbol of early chemistry, a gut feeling. But that night, the rose became something much more, a symbol of manipulation, hidden motives, and a twist no Bachelor fan could have seen coming. And it all started with her. Enter Isabella Izzy Monroe. She didn't arrive in a gown. She didn't arrive in a limo. She arrived on horseback. The other women watched in confusion and mild horror as the gates opened and in trotted a white mare, carrying a woman wearing a deep emerald jumpsuit and a sly smirk that said, "I know exactly what I'm doing." "Izzy," she announced, swinging down with an easy grace. "I figured if I'm here to win a man's heart, I should arrive on something stronger than heels." Grant laughed louder than he had all night, and that was it. The seed was planted. But what Grant didn't know, what none of them knew, was that Isabella Monroe wasn't just a contestant. She was a wild card planted by production, an idea sparked in the last-minute network meeting when the buzz around the season premiere was too safe.
The rose that raised eyebrows. As the cocktail party unfolded, the usual dynamics played out. One girl got too drunk, another cried over not getting time, someone played ukulele, another showed up in a wedding dress. But Grant, he had eyes only for one woman. Izzy. He liked her fire, her weirdness, the way she seemed to get under his skin just enough to excite him without setting off any alarms. And so, after hours of small talk and secret glances, Grant reached for the first impression rose. All eyes locked on him as he walked toward Izzy. Whispers erupted the second the rose touched her hand. A few women scoffed. One murmured, "Of course he gave it to the horse girl." But Izzy didn't flinch. She took the rose, leaned in, and whispered something into Grant's ear that made his smile falter for a split second. Just a split second. And then he recovered, but the camera didn't miss it. The whisper heard around the mansion. It would take hours, days even, for the truth about that whisper to leak. Back in the mansion, the women obsessed over every moment Grant had spent with Izzy. Who was she? Where did she come from? Why was she so comfortable already? Meanwhile, Grant stared at the ceiling of his bachelor suite, unable to shake what Izzy had said. "Don't fall for me too fast, Grant. I didn't come here for you." He laughed in the moment, brushed it off. But the more he thought about it, the more it crawled beneath his skin. Was she joking? Teasing? Or telling the truth? Behind the curtain. Unbeknownst to Grant, producers were already in a frenzy. Izzy was not supposed to say that. Her mission was simple: stir things up, keep Grant on his toes, maybe exit dramatically by week 5. But no one had anticipated she'd be too good at it. Her one rule: don't reveal you're in on it. And she might just have broken it. The Grant spiral. By week 2, the cracks were showing. Grant was struggling. He'd gone into this season hoping to find something real, someone genuine. After what happened with his ex-fiancée, who blindsided him days before their wedding, he wasn't here to play games. But Izzy was a game, and he was losing. Every time he tried to connect with another woman, sweet Lilia from Minnesota, passionate Dina from Miami, his mind wandered back to the woman who told him with perfect calm that she wasn't here for him. Then a bomb dropped. Exposed. One of the crew members accidentally left a walkie-on in Izzy's room. Another contestant, Clara, overheard a producer instructing Izzy, "Push him just a little tonight. Say something that'll make him question Lilia." Clara ran with it. What followed was a dramatic confrontation at the week 3 pool party that exploded across social media. "Are you even here for him?" Clara shouted. "You said he wasn't your type. You said he was boring off camera." Izzy stood still, her expression unreadable. "Is that true?" Grant asked. "I never said boring," Izzy replied coolly. "But I did say I'm not here for someone who can't handle being challenged." That's when he walked away. For the first time in the show's history, a bachelor left his own party early. A secret meeting. The next night, Grant demanded a private meeting with production. Cameras off. It was said to have lasted over an hour. When he returned, his expression had changed. Not angry, not sad, cold. He requested to speak to Izzy, one-on-one, no cameras. They spoke behind closed doors for nearly 20 minutes. When she emerged, she handed her rose to a producer. "I'm leaving." And that was it. The woman who got the first impression rose, gone. Eliminated by her own hand. Or maybe by his. No one knew what was said in that room. Until after the show. The aftermath. On the After the Final Rose, months later, Izzy appeared without fanfare. Host Jesse Palmer wasted no time. "America wants to know, what did you say to Grant that night? Why did you really leave?" Izzy smiled. "Because I told him the truth." The truth? That I was planted. At first, it was just a role to play, stir things up, test him. But somewhere along the way, I wanted him to pick me for me, not because a script nudged him. And he didn't? Izzy's smile faded. No, he picked the show. Grant's turn. Grant joined the stage, the tension thick between them. You gave her the first impression, Rose, Jessie pointed out. What made you change your mind? Grant nodded. She challenged me, yes, but she lied too. I wanted someone who showed up as herself, not someone who pretended for producers. But everyone pretends a little. Isn't that what this whole show is about? Silence. Maybe, but I was done pretending. That's why I sent you home. But that's not the twist. Just as the episode was wrapping up, Jessie interrupted. There's one more thing, folks. A never-before-seen clip aired. It showed Izzy, on the night of the first impression rose, pulling a producer aside and whispering, if he gives me this rose, I'll walk away week 3. He's not ready, and I don't want to be the woman who makes him think he is. Cut back to the studio. The audience gasped. Izzy looked stunned. You aired that? Grant looked stunned, too. He turned to her. Wait, you wanted me to grow without you? Izzy nodded. Yes, I wanted you to find someone who wasn't pretending either. What if? The finale ended not with a proposal, but with a question. A month later, paparazzi spotted Grant and Izzy mid-work. No cameras, no handlers, no producers. Just two people trying to figure out if the story the cameras captured was really their story after all. Roses and regrets. In a post-season Instagram Q&A, a fan asked Grant, do you regret giving Izzy the first impression rose? His answer was, no, because that rose didn't just start my journey, it ended the one I was pretending to be on.